Good morning. We will tackle about the rule number 5, Article 26 and 27. Under the Article 26 is the 3 seconds or the 3 in the key, and the Article 27 is the closely guarded player. After we will proceed, 3 in the key are also known the 3 seconds violation. This is the top 3 comments that you can get from a coaches, players, parents, or a fans on a basketball game. There is a foul, traveling, and 3 in the key or the 3 seconds. Referees that tend to be verbalized out in the game. What we're looking at is the two things. First, the most details of the regular fans, coaches, players don't realize or know about the rules. And then number 2 is the advantage and the disadvantage players in this rule. Based on the Article 26 1.1, a player shall not remain in the opponent restricted area for more than 3 consecutive seconds while his team is in the control of the live ball in the front court and the game clock is running. Before we get into the front court portion on this, it says more than 3 consecutive seconds. So when a player that has 2 seconds, that doesn't mean 3 in the key or 3 seconds. When there are 3 doesn't mean 3 in the key is more than 3 seconds. Just it the base rule. Then when it say that your team is in the control of the live ball in the front court, when it say front court is when you cross the half cross court line and enter the half court that you are attacking. So the hoop that you are attacking, once you pass that half court line, you are now in your front court. So if your teammate is dribbling in the back court, maybe there's a pressure just bringing up the ball that 3 seconds that not exist. It can occur because you're not in the front court. So any player can stand the key for as long as they want if doesn't start. Let's watch this for additional details and information about the rules.
Can't have a 3 in the key. No one has possession anymore, but the ball is live. So it could be tipped around by offense, but it's only once possession is gained by having 2 hands on the ball that 3 in the key commences again. And this happens all the time when a player shoots the ball in the key or misses a shot or tips a rebound and you have people screaming for 3 in the key. Well, 3 in the key does not exist anymore because no one has control of the ball. So a key point to remember on that is a shot for a field goal means that 3 in the key resets because no one has control anymore. When it mentions game clock is running, it's basically focusing on inbounds, whether it's a baseline or sideline inbound, that you can't have a 3 in the key because the clock is stopped, nothing's going on. Now looking at allowances, there are situations where someone might be in the key longer than 3 seconds and what we would allow for them to get out so they don't get a violation. So that could be someone making an attempt to leave it, whether they fell on the ground, they're trying to get up and get out, or they're trying to get out and they got bumped by 2 players or 1 player and is preventing them from leaving the restricted area. It could also be when your teammate's in an active shooting and the ball is just leaving the hands or just left the player's hands even though you're past the 3 seconds, then it gets negated. And then we also have this freeze count. So if you're at 2 seconds, or as it says less than 3 consecutive seconds, and the player dribbles in the restricted area while they're trying to set up their shot, we will allow them an opportunity to commit their move or finish their move and score it. However, if they abuse that leeway from the frozen count, then they will be hit with the violation. And finally, to establish.
Okay, let's look at this video and then it will also explain that 26.1.2 allowance be made for a player who makes an attempt to leave the restricted area. And also, a player must have an allowances is when in the restricted area, he or his teammate is in the act of shooting and the ball is leaving or just left the player's hand and shoot for the field of goal. It always happened in the basketball team that when the teammate is in act of shooting, then other teammate go to the restricted area or passing by. So some referees give a call or it gave a foul or a 3 seconds occur. And then the number 3, also need to give an allowances to the player who dribbles in the restricted area to shoot for a field goal after being there for at least than 3 consecutive seconds. When the team member hold the ball inside the restricted area, he must dribble or shoot the ball so he will not be in violate or give a call. So let's watch this video for additional details about the 3-second violation.
Interrupt the game flow to call this violation. Offense has an advantage by being under the rim in a deep seal for more than 3 seconds. There is no attempt to leave the key. Had the defender pinned the whole time, need to get that violation. Similar to the last play, the offensive player is going to have a huge advantage being right in front of the rim with the deep seal. Defender is pinned, can't get around, and is placed at a disadvantage. So we have to have a 3 in the key count right on the catch when she hits that 3-second mark. This player enters the key, ball screen still stays in the key, catches it, takes a dribble, turns the ball over. If they were not to go up after that dribble, take another dribble, it's very possible that a 3 in the key violation would occur or be called at that moment. However, officials allowed him an opportunity to finish his move and freeze the count.
Under the Article 27 or the closely guarded player, a player is holding a live ball in a playing court is closely guarded when an opponent is in an active legal guarding position at a distance of no more than 1 meter. This article or the closely guarded player ruled a closely guarded player must pass, shoot, or dribble the ball within 5 seconds. Even the player fumbled or rolled in the floor by closely guarded of the opponent, he must dribble the ball, so it will not give a violation call.